Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting and talked about sectors in healthcare, the Incretin Revolution. We're talking about those blockbuster weight loss and diabetes drugs that are literally changing lives and reshaping the pharmaceutical industry. At the heart of this revolution are two massive titans, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. Visual: split screen with Eli Lilly logo on one side, Novo Nordisk logo on the other. On-screen text: the GLP-1 revolution, Eli Lilly versus Novo Nordisk. These aren't just your typical drug companies anymore. They've moved beyond traditional insulin to become the architects of a whole new era in cardiometabolic medicine, driven by the explosive demand for GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. Think of this as a paradigm shift, comparable to the invention of antibiotics, or the first commercial insulin a century ago. It's that big. So which one is leading the charge? Which one is a better investment? Let's break it down in simple terms. Section 1. Two paths, one goal, company philosophies, visual, animated graphic comparing a specialized, focused target, Novo, versus a multifaceted approach, Lilly. On-screen text: specialist versus diversified. First, let's understand their core strategies. Novo Nordisk, based in Denmark, is what we call a pure-play specialist. For over 100 years, they've focused almost exclusively on chronic diseases, especially diabetes. This extreme focus has made them incredibly good at what they do, building an impenetrable moat in the metabolic health space. By early 2025, their diabetes and obesity drugs, built around the molecule semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy, Rybelsus, made up almost 94% of their total revenue. Visual: Novo Nordisk logo with product names, Ozempic, Wegovy, Rybelsus. A pie chart showing 93.8% revenue from metabolic drugs. Now, that specialization is powerful, but it also means they're very reliant on that one area. If something goes wrong there, like new competitors or pricing changes, they're more vulnerable. Eli Lilly, from the US, takes a different, more traditional approach. While they've rapidly scaled up their metabolic presence with drugs like Mounjaro and Zepbound, based on tirzepatide, their metabolic segment made up about 77% of their revenue in early 2025. Visual: Eli Lilly logo with product names, Mounjaro, Zepbound. Another pie chart showing 77% revenue from metabolic drugs, 23% from other areas. That remaining 23% is crucial. Lilly is diversified. They have a strong presence in oncology, cancer, immunology, and neuroscience. For example, their Alzheimer's drug, Kisunla, recently got approved, creating a second pillar of growth completely separate from the obesity market. This diversification acts as a hedge, reducing risk if one area faces headwinds. Section 2. The money story: explosive growth. Visual: upward trending stock charts for both Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. On-screen text: financial trajectories: who's growing faster? Both companies have seen phenomenal financial growth, turning niche treatments into global blockbusters. Eli Lilly has really hit an acceleration phase since launching Mounjaro and Zepbound. In 2021, their revenue was around $28 billion. By late 2025, it had skyrocketed to nearly $60 billion. That's a whopping 45% increase in just 1 year. Their profits have also more than doubled, showing they're becoming super efficient as their drugs gain traction globally. Visual: revenue growth bar chart for Eli Lilly. 2021, $28 billion. 2024, $45 billion. TTM 2025, $59 billion. On-screen text: Lilly's revenues surge. plus 45% YOY. Novo Nordisk, being the first to market, has maintained a strong lead in patient numbers for a while. Their revenue also grew significantly, from $22 billion in 2021 to over $42 billion in 2024. Despite strong competition and manufacturing challenges, Novo Nordisk is a profit machine, pulling in nearly $15 billion in annual profit in 2024. Their products are in such high demand, people are waiting in lines for them. Visual. Revenue growth bar chart for Novo Nordisk. 2021, $22 billion, 2024, $42 billion. On-screen text. Novo Nordisk, resilient profit powerhouse. Interestingly, the market expects Lilly to surpass Novo Nordisk in total revenue by 2026 as Lilly's manufacturing capacity for their drugs fully comes online. Section 3. Dividends, income versus growth play, visual, money bags with dividend symbols. On-screen text. Dividends. What's your investment style? For investors, how these companies handle dividends tells you a lot about their maturity and strategy. Eli Lilly has been consistently increasing its dividend for 12 years. However, because its stock price has soared over 570% in the last 5 years, the actual dividend yield is quite low, around 0.6%. Lilly is reinvesting most of its cash, like its massive $50 billion manufacturing expansion, back into growth. So, if you invest in Lilly, you're primarily looking for capital appreciation, the stock price going up. Visual. Eli Lilly stock chart going up dramatically, with a small dividend payout icon. On-screen text. Lilly, total return play, capital growth. Novo Nordisk offers a more attractive dividend for income-focused investors, with a yield typically ranging from 1.4% to 3%. They pay dividends semi-annually and aim to return excess cash to shareholders. While their payouts can be a bit more variable due to currency fluctuations, it's generally a more mature, income-generating profile. Visual. Novo Nordisk stock chart with a more consistent dividend payout icon. On-screen text. Novo Nordisk, higher yield for income investors. Section 4. The U.S. Prescription Battle and Clinical Edge. Visual. A map of the U.S. with Lilly 57% and Novo 43% prescription share. On-screen text. The efficacy war. Lilly's clinical edge. The U.S. market is huge, and Eli Lilly has made incredible gains there. By late 2025, Lilly held over 57% of monthly prescriptions for diabetes and obesity drugs in the U.S., compared to Novo Nordisk's 43%. The big reason? Clinical data. Lilly's tirzepatide, Mounjaro/Zepbound, has shown superior weight loss. In trials, patients on Zepbound lost about 20% of their body weight, versus just under 14% for those on Novo's Wegovy. That extra efficacy makes Lilly a preferred choice for many doctors, especially for patients with higher BMIs. Visual. Comparison graphic. Zepbound, Lilly, 20% weight loss, Wegovy, Novo, 14%. Weight loss. On-screen text. Lilly's Zepbound, 20% weight loss. However, globally, Novo Nordisk still maintains a wider footprint thanks to its established networks and the fact that Ozempic has become a household name worldwide. Also, Novo has a key differentiator. Wegovy is approved to reduce cardiovascular risk in patients with obesity, moving it beyond just weight loss into essential medical care, which helps with insurance reimbursement. Section 5. Future Battlegrounds. Oral pills and next-gen drugs. Visual. Pill bottle graphic transforming into a futuristic pill. On-screen text. The future. Oral drugs and triple agonists. The next big shift? Oral medications. Imagine a weight loss pill instead of an injection. This market could be worth $22 billion by 2030. Novo Nordisk already has oral semaglutide for diabetes, Rybelsus, and an oral version for obesity. Eli Lilly is developing orforglipron, a small molecule oral GLP-1. Unlike Novo's pill, which has strict fasting requirements, Lilly's can be taken anytime, with or without food. This convenience could be a game-changer, with some analysts predicting Lilly could capture 60% of the oral market. Both companies are also developing next-generation combination drugs. Lilly's retatrutide, a triple agonist, has shown potential for over 24% weight loss in trials, which could completely reset the bar. Section 6. The risks. What could go wrong? Visual, warning signs icon. On-screen text. Key risks, patents, pricing, supply. Despite the excitement, there are risks. 1. Patent cliff. Novo Nordisk faces an immediate challenge. Patents for semaglutide, Ozempic/Wegovy, start expiring in major international markets in 2026. This means cheaper generic versions could emerge, potentially slashing prices by 60 to 70% in those regions. Lilly's tirzepatide, being newer, is protected until 2036. 2. Pricing pressure. These drugs are expensive, often over $1,000 per month. Political scrutiny led to an agreement with the U.S. administration to lower prices for some patients, introducing a potential pricing ceiling. 3. Manufacturing. Supply is a huge bottleneck. Novo Nordisk is acquiring manufacturing sites, which carries integration risks. Lilly is building massive new facilities from scratch, a multi-billion-dollar undertaking prone to delays. Any slip-up could mean lost market share. Section 7. Valuation, growth or value. Visual. Stock ticker with PE ratios displayed. On-screen text. Valuation, growth premium versus value discount. So which stock should you consider? It comes down to your investment style. Eli Lilly trades at a significant premium, with a forward PE ratio often above 40x, even up to 60x. The market is betting big on its superior products, diversified pipeline, and manufacturing control. It's a premium growth choice. Novo Nordisk, however, recently saw its valuation contract, trading at a forward PE of around 13x to 19x. This is a massive discount to both its history and Lilly. For value investors, this reset might be an attractive buy the dip opportunity. Section 8. The takeaway. Room for both. Visual. Both Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk logos side by side, shaking hands metaphorically. On-screen text. Conclusion. A huge market, room to thrive. Ultimately, the global obesity crisis is so immense, with 60% of adults projected to be obese by 2050, that this isn't a winner-take-all situation. There's ample room for both Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk to thrive. If you're looking for high-growth exposure and believe in superior efficacy and diversification, Eli Lilly remains the premium choice, potentially becoming a dominant, trillion-dollar healthcare entity. If you're a value-conscious investor seeking a more balanced total return, Novo Nordisk offers a compelling opportunity. Despite patent hurdles, its massive international footprint and strong brand provide a robust foundation. The success of both will depend on their ability to convert clinical breakthroughs into reliable, scaled supply for a world desperate for metabolic health solutions. That's it for our deep dive into these two pharmaceutical giants. Which one do you think has the edge? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights. See you next time.